Hello, my name is Soleil Liberta Mannion, and I'm going to do a little bit of oil pastels today. This is for my students. I really wanted to do a Zoom class, but my technical situation at the moment isn't great, so this is for you. What I'm passionate about is creativity and helping people to find their own artistic creativity, their voice, and to find enjoyment in it. Sometimes we think that what we make or what we create has to be, I don't know, gallery worthy or showable worthy or praiseworthy. And we forget about just the joy of doing what we're doing and how much peace and relaxation and calm that can give you. So I'm inviting you to take this creative practice and some of the little exercises that I'm going to give you and do it just for the sake of doing it. And if they're awful, if they're what you create is just awful, throw it away or save it for next time, because I'm hoping what we can do is rip up our pieces and reuse them for something else. But just enjoy the doing, the process. Be like a 3-year-old who, for the first time, gets a beautiful box of colors. Um, so I invite you to look at your colors and choose your favorite one, the one that you like best. So I don't know, for me today, I think it's going to be um, this kind of, I guess it's a turquoise. Um, that's the one I'm going to start with. And then I'm going to take some white, I have white too. And then in artistic terms, what we have, we call the complementary color to this. So it's kind of the opposite on the color spectrum, which I will have to make for you one day. But today, it's the opposite. And I don't know, I like the word complementary because I remember my elementary school teacher used to say that the complementary colors were best friends and they made each other shine. So the complementary to this bluey green is an orangey red. So I'm going to choose, I think, I might have to take two colors because there isn't quite the one, but somewhere between this orange and this red, sort of the complementary. So we've got three and we've got white. And what I want you to start doing with your oil pastels is just to enjoy how they feel, because the nice thing about oil pastels is their texture. They just are like creamy, I don't know, I always feel a little bit like they're like butter, colored butter that's just been out of the fridge long enough to hold its shape, but it's soft enough to go on the paper. And I just encourage you to, I don't know, see what you can do with these things. Round circles, scribbles like this, and enjoy feeling how they feel. How does this feel? How does this color make me feel? How is the texture in here? And just have a good scribble. Just remember what you were like when you were 3. No thoughts about anything, just scribbling away. Scribble away here in one spot. You can make it really thick. And here, I don't know, you can do little ticks. What happens if you hit your paper? This can be very therapeutic if you're just feeling in that kind of mood. You make these nice little dots. There we go, and I'm just going to fill it up. And then put your pastel down and take one of your fingers and see how they move. It's really nice. You can get them. That's one of the upsides of oil pastels, is that they really move around. That can also be a downside because they never stop moving around. You know, if you finish your piece and it's beautiful, you really have to put it under glass, otherwise it's going to be at risk of smudging. So here we go. Just let me come in and see how that is. Look where I put it really thick, and then when I pull it out on the paper, I can get all these different shades of my color. And I can, there. So just really, I don't know, take your time. I'm going quite quickly, but you can pause this video and really just have a go. Don't use any other colors, just your favorite color, and have a go at filling up your page, filling up your paper right to the edges with your color. Doesn't have to be anything. Doesn't have to look good. It can just be for the experience. This isn't for anything other than experiencing what the oil pastels can do. And once you've had your fun with this, then take your white and come on top of the, sorry, I have to keep doing that. Golly, see, I'm in the middle of Argentina in the province of Cordoba, way up in the hills. And I'm staying in this beautiful cabin, and it's springtime and it's beautiful and warm, but it's not my studio, so it's a little bit jerry-rigged, as you can see. Anyway, take your white and come then over top and see what happens when you mix two pastels together. You see, when you come over top, you can pull the color around, you can cover it up almost, see? And here again, just have some fun. You know, try what happens if I put this white kind of in dots over top of this darker color. What happens if I fill up some of my white parts on the page? And then again, I can use my fingers to blend them in. It's really nice. They're so soft and smushy. I like it. There we go. You see, we're already starting to create some feeling of depth and movement and almost like, you know, this direction of my finger makes it sort of look like there's some wind blowing and there's some action happening. So again, just don't think about anything. You're not making anything. This doesn't have to be good. Just have some fun. Enjoy. I'm going to put this down for 2 seconds so I can get some actual pressure on it. I don't know. Use your finger to go round in circles, straight lines. You can create this directional flow. So again, keep going until you really just enjoyed being here with your color and your white. I'm going much faster than I hope you go. So please just pause and take your time and really have some fun. Or watch this and then do the whole exercise in your own time. Maybe I could happily do this for a few hours. So, but I'm sure you don't want to just watch me drawing for a few hours. Here we go. And just see, this is actually quite a warm white, if you can see that. I don't know if you can. Yeah, maybe a little. Enjoy what happens. And enjoy the conversation. Try and have a conversation with your white and your color and give them characters. And see here, after I've done that, I can come on top and I can make some squiggly lines. There's all sorts of things you can do. And then if I don't like my squiggly lines, oh, so great, I can get rid of them. So much fun. Anyway, my kind of fun. I hope that you're enjoying yourself too. Here we go. Okay, so we've basically filled up our whole page. I kind of have a little bit of emptiness here at the bottom and off the edges. I recommend you go right here, right off the edges of your page. It's a little difficult for me. And then maybe come back with your, I don't know, come back with your color. Create some texture. What happens when I do these little hatching motions, or cross hatching, or swirls? And then again, so nice. If I don't like how it looks, I just and rub it off. It's just great. Now the other thing that's quite fun, if we build up some thick layers, here I'm going to build up a little bit of thickness, because you really can build up thick layers with this. Hold on, I'm going to go and get something. I'm getting a spoon. I like to use the end of a ruler, but I don't have a ruler, but something that's scrapey. And it's really actually quite fun, because then you can scrape some of your oil pastel off. And see how that looks? It's great. It's like I don't know if you ever did that when you were a child, when you did the wax crayons and then you did the black on top and scratched through. But see how that looks? And then you have this sort of nice gooey bit that you can reuse down here if you want. And again, take your time and have some fun. Explore what you can do. Use different things to scratch through. Maybe something very fine or something that's fatter than this. You can take off big swaths. And then again, you can come right back over top of it again. So you see how nice oil pastels are to work with. Right. So, you're probably wondering, why did I get you to get these complementary colors? Well, so I'd like to leave this and just leave it as it is. Maybe we'll come back to it and we can use it later. I love to rip up old drawings that I'm not using for anything else and put them into collage. So keep all your old bits, even if you hate them. Well, if you really hate them, go ahead, throw it in the rubbish bin. But, you know, even if it's just a big mess, keep it. Because you never know, when you rip up something, a little bit of a mess might look really nice somewhere. All right, so here we go. Nice white paper again. I love paper, it's so smooth. Take your favorite color again. See, here's a problem. I've got pastels on my finger. And, I don't know, make a shape, a simple shape, a square or a circle or a triangle. I think I might use a circle. There we go. Okay, and then let's bring with our complementary color and come around. We'll try not to let them mix. So that's one thing's a little bit tricky with oil pastels, is that they quite often mix. I think I'm going to put a square around it. It's a bit red. We might have to see what happens when you put them next to each other. My goodness, suddenly they're just really talking. That blue dot becomes much more alive. Teal, turquoise dot becomes much more alive. It's hard not to mix them, but see what happens here when I put red around it. And just enjoy, take your time and enjoy the conversation that happens between your two colors. You see, what I might do, I might put another box around, just for fun, see what happens. And you see with these two colors, do you see how the red is just got a lot more action to it and wants to jump out towards you, and the cooler teal color sort of recedes a bit. The warm colors like to come forward. They've got a lot of personality and fiery character, and these cooler colors like to recede. And when you put them next to each other, complementary colors, they really like to pop. They pop right out. And it can be really fun. And when you're taking a look at art, I don't know, let's use Van Gogh as a reference point, you'll notice quite often that he uses complementary colors. He especially likes orange and blue. So when you're looking at his work, take a look and see how he uses complementary colors. I'm going to put a little bit of orange into this red because I feel like it's not quite a true complementary. See if that changes it up a bit. It's a little better. Now what I'd like you to do is fill up your page with just different shapes of complementary colors. And just fill it all up with your favorite color that you chose and its complementary friend, and let them have a conversation with each other. We're not going to have them touching just yet. We're going to try and keep them separate, but to see how they work, how they interact with each other. If you can fill up your whole page here. And again, this doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be anything. Just enjoy, enjoy, enjoy what it's like. I mean, just imagine that you have never seen these colors before, and they're so much fun, and they're so beautiful. And let them talk to you a little bit. Try and open your, your eye ears, because we're seeing it, but see if you can hear what they have to say to you, these colors, because really colors have got personalities. They have character, and you'll find the more creative work that you do with colors, that you've got colors that you really are attracted to and you find easier to work with. And then you're going to find colors that you still might love them, but it's really hard to work with them. Here, I'll show you a couple colors that I find. I love them. It's not that I don't love them, but boy, here we go. These three colors here. This kind of viridian green. Oh, as a color I like it, but I really find it hard to work with. Pink, I love pink. And purple. I don't know if I love purple. Sorry. But I find them almost impossible to work with. If you know my art and my paintings, you'll see that they don't appear very often. Once in a while I challenge myself to do a painting with a lot of pink, and that's probably the one that turns out pretty well. I do challenge myself to do green paintings, and they usually get covered over with other colors. And I'll be honest, I have never challenged myself to do a purple painting. I just don't know if I could do it. Maybe that sounds funny, but it's the truth of the matter. Normally my paintings, the ones where I'm happiest, is in these blues. These blues are actually my favorite, and we don't have my favorite blue here. We're missing. This is an ultramarine. I wouldn't say it's quite true ultramarine, but anyway, these are my favorite. And then I love grey, and I love these sort of more earthy tones. So you'll find the more that you work with color, the more you're attracted to and want to work with other colors. But I do highly recommend that you try the colors that you don't feel comfortable with. And one excellent exercise is to find an artist whose work you like and who uses the colors that you never use, and not copy the painting, but copy the color palette. Just use the colors from that artist's piece and do your own piece. But use that color palette. It stretches you and it teaches you new things, and you discover things about yourself. Okay, that being said, I shall try and find something in purple to do. Yeah, I like to give advice. I don't often heed my own advice. Terrible that. All right, so for today, I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to leave you filling this up, and I'll see you again soon, and we can take a look at what we've done, and we'll continue on. Next class we'll take our complementaries again and our white, and we'll start to see what happens when you mix them together, because complementary colors, when you mix them together, do all sorts of wonderful, wonderful things. And you create all these neutral tones, and you change the character of your colors. I hope very much that you enjoyed these exercises and that you just continue to do them at home. You know, you could do one page of every color in your box if you like. Probably need to buy 2 or 3 white oil pastels because we'll go through them more than the other colors. All right, that's it for today, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.